All right, it's late January 1862, and we'll start off where we always do in Virginia. Basically, I'm sending away Evan's starving troops and Johnston's forces, who will begin to starve this time, to Harper's Ferry and Winchester. What I'm hoping is going to work, if we are very, very lucky, is that Jackson can arrive with a brigade. In addition, several supply wagons and other regiments, partisan units, and so forth will attack the Union partisans here. So we basically want to pull out the current Confederate forces from Morgantown and Clarksburg, have a new division arrive to take up the position, have the old supply wagons go away, have the new supply wagons come in, and move the Union partisan units out all in one turn. Now, I think it's possible to rail through harsh weather. That does seem to be the case. I'm hoping that actually is the case, and it's going to work. We shall see, of course, what happens this time. The rest of the forces, basically, Beauregard's here. He's got about 2.5 divisions. Lee is holding locked in Richmond. And now Longstreet has an actual division formed in Fredericksburg. We're sending back the 11th Division, which is led by Johnson, to Suffolk for the time being. Not really much happening out here in Kentucky other than Johnston is sitting tight. The Union did move into Nelson, and they gained 10% control. So I'm going to send a force here over and kind of try to get some better intelligence. There was another Union partisan that took Livingston here, so we're going to go and try to attack it. In Kansas, basically, there's a little bit of movement happening. I'm sending one regiment out, getting close to Fort Riley. Shelby's force is actually going to go just down one and try to pick up some supply and ammo there. This force is completely spent, so it will just rest, and we have a few other forces coming up here. We did take Tulsa in the Indian Territory. It has a decent amount of supply. This is another partisan or a unionist that appeared and actually took back the town. There's a little bit of action happening out west. I'm actually going to start to try to do some movement here. You can see I'm basically sort of spreading out. I am actually making a move, though, with Sibley's brigades and full force on assault, hoping that it can actually take Fort Gregg. And here is Baylor. It might make sense. I wonder... Yeah, what I'll do is I'll target Baylor to Sibley, and then we'll see if... How do I want to do that? No, I don't want to do that this way. What if I take it up here? I think that's the way to do it. And hopefully this will assault and actually take the fort if we're lucky. What else is going on? The big news is that the Union declared partial mobilization. Sorry, what I was saying was the big news is that the Union has declared partial mobilization, and basically a whole bunch of other kind of decisions here at the end. I'm going to try to actually get to it and just double check everything that they've. Yeah. So, here it was. So bonds, money. We offered. Forces. There it is. The Union has proclaimed partial mobilization, as well as a small enlistment premium. So at this point, they're levering up. We have no choice but to also declare partial mobilization. And we basically need, I think, more river pool and railroad pool to be able to move supply. So as you can see here, I've actually made a whole bunch of new recruitment, some sharpshooter units, some small infantry brigades, and some larger brigades as well. So that pretty much sums up the turn. If the West Virginia forces continue to starve, it may be a complete failure, and I'll have to simply give up on it. All right, let's run the turn and see what happens. Okay, incredibly, there were no battles. Lots of messages, though, 121 messages. One thing that's interesting is it looks like it's easier to destroy railroads in this than the previous version of the game. And as you can see, there's a railroad destroyed here. There's a Union unit here. There's another one here. We're all over. We targeted them. Didn't bring any of them to battle. The Union is basically sitting tight, but they now control all of this part west of the. Sorry, I can't really see what river that is. Jackson did arrive, and their supply is behind it on the way. The sort of good news and bad news here. The good news is Evans' division did not disappear like a fog disappears in the morning. The bad news is it's going to take a lot of money to get it back together. 278, yeah, 48. So yeah, that's going to be it's going to be tough. You can see here that Walker's division took some pretty heavy losses as well. Didn't really see a whole lot of other movement in this area. It looks like I'm not really sure what's going on here. No movement down here. I wonder if it may make sense to actually make a move on Fort Monroe, but we're kind of spread thin. McDowell has a decent-sized force, and although we do have a decent-sized force in Manassas, it's definitely not overwhelming. So yeah, no movement by the Union, and now they have 3 divisions and a whole bunch of other regiments up here. So let's see, did this get any supply? Yeah, tiny. It received 6 supply, so not a lot. I don't know. It just winter, not much supplies is going to get through. We did not bring the Unionist partisan to battle down here either. We have moved in, but actually the loyalty is very there. This is Eastern Tennessee was a very Unionist area. Let's see if we can bring up the loyalty. Yeah, actually you can see how blue this area is. So we'll actually probably need an infantry regiment to take it back. Trying to see if we can have a little more. Yeah, so looks like this is a decent sized force because it's accumulating some military control pretty quickly. Didn't see any movement out here. This is one thing I'm doing. Because supply again has become an issue here. I am sending this the supply wagon, which is cool. And actually, you can see we don't even have enough supply to for all the forces next turn. We have 22%, and yeah, so more supply issues. Not a lot of fun with the supply stuff. Yeah, so here's Shelby's cavalry brigade. It's a pretty strong force generally, but as you can see, their cohesion is very low. So I'll have to think about what to do. I'll probably move them if they can even get there in time. 1 over. There's lots of supply here, including some ammo, and then they'll be ready to assault the fort. Yeah, again, we're just burning through supply, basically. So I think that's pretty much it. I will see if I didn't see any movement out west. We did arrive, although that's interesting. So yeah, didn't like that. Baylor didn't join up. There's some sort of Union force up here, but now this Fort Gregg is under siege. So yeah, let's go back and take a look at the messages. Got some ships moving around. A couple more Unionists have been mustered. There's one. There's another. So they took back Charleston. We had a whole bunch of looks like supply units just simply disappear because of lack of supply. Here are the hits on supply. A lot. Painful to see. Very painful to see. Mostly movement, as you can see. There's a lot of movement going on. Okay, so we have a few forces that have finished training. We can increase our row pool. This talks about all of our decisions. Forrest has arrived. Pemberton has arrived. Ewell has arrived. The Orphan Brigade has been formed. By the way, the Missouri Brigade was formed last time, so I didn't have enough rail to move it. But let's see where the epidemics hit us. In Mid-Atlantic, so Prince George's. Harper's Ferry, well, that's unfortunate. Edmund, yep, that's kind of unfortunate too. Although they're still locked. Then Singlewood. Wow, so we're just getting hit all over. Some unlucky rolls there. I'm gonna quickly kind of show you where we're at as far as the score goes. Union morale's 83, our morale's 112. We have 1,019 VP plus 58. They have 666 VP plus 39. Losses are about 2-1 in our favor. We control all of the objectives except for DC, St. Louis, Baltimore, and Louisville. We aren't really near any of those. We'll take them other than Louisville, and with Grant there, that isn't realistic. Okay, so a lot of movement, a lot of decisions about what to do. Let's see if how the weather is. It looks like, again, there's no very harsh weather, so I will be able to use the railroad again. Okay.